catch my breath to say anything. This workout has been humbling. Guys, we need to chat. Today, I am restarting my health and fitness journey from what feels like square one after 2 months without working out or eating healthy. I want this series to be a really raw and honest depiction of starting from scratch because I feel like this happens to everyone at some point. Let me get you up to speed a little bit. So I got back from vacation towards the end of July and I started let's call it a project, a personal project that I can't share with you yet, but I will in the future. It's something that's exciting, but it also was one of the most stressful experiences of my life, honestly. As soon as I started to wrap things up with that, I got extremely sick. My congestion was so bad that I couldn't hear out of both of my ears for about a month. I had to do 2 rounds of antibiotics. I was in and out of urgent care. I did not step foot into a gym for that entire time period. It is the longest I have personally gone without working out since I was in college, and my physique has definitely changed. Let's say. I normally wouldn't share something like this, but I want to be completely transparent about my physique starting point. To be clear, I'm not saying that I look bad or that this is anything like really terrible. I just want to be honest. I gained about 5 pounds of fat during this 2-month period. Everyone's different, obviously, but on my frame and my physique, I feel like it's a lot and it's definitely noticeable for me. Obviously, getting sick was completely out of my control, but the time period leading up to that was within my control. But physique aside, more importantly, I just feel out of shape. I notice it when I'm moving around. Like this morning, I was moving some furniture out of the way to do my home workout and I was so out of breath. I don't know, health and fitness is something that's really important to me and I was not acting like it this summer. I have put off my day one for days in a row now and made excuses. I was supposed to start on Monday. It's now Thursday. So today we are starting together and let's get into the plan. We're gonna start with the fitness side of things. So I'm gonna be using the fitness plan that I used back when I was in the best shape of my life, both fitness-wise and physique-wise, and that is my own workout guide. The program is called Ignite. It's an 8-week workout plan. It starts at a beginner level and progresses every week, which I definitely need right now. The main focus of the guide is to be as efficient as possible. So if you have a busy schedule and you don't have a ton of time to devote to fitness, all the workouts are 45 minutes or less and they're a mix of home and gym sessions, especially if you go to a crowded gym like I do. I wrote the program so you don't have to run around and switch equipment constantly and like wait in line for machines and stuff like that. It has a mix of training styles because I like to have well-rounded fitness. So I like to have good cardio fitness. I want to be strong. I want to be flexible. I want to have a little bit of everything. If you've had your eye on the program or if you want to join me over the next 8 weeks, I'm going to be running a discount code during this like back on track series on my channel. The code is reignite20. So of course, 20% off the guide so you can get it for $36 USD. Oh, and by the way, it's an old fashioned PDF workout program, which honestly I love because I feel like I have way too many subscriptions and apps these days. And sometimes I just want something that I can buy once, own forever, repeat, build on. Before we start, I'm just going to make a quick pre-workout. Time to pick our session and I know what I must do. I have not done a cardio workout since the first week of July. So I really don't want to, but I need to do the high intensity interval training week 1 workout. I'm pretty nervous to be filming this workout because even though it's a beginner level and there's no jumping and whatever, I think it's going to be really hard for me. And I think it's going to be confronting about how much I have neglected my cardio fitness. You know what? It is what it is though. We're going to rock with it. It's fine. If I have the energy, I'm also going to do the Pilates ab session right after that because it's only 5 minutes, but it's pretty intense and I really need to get back into training my core. I feel like I've lost all of my core strength because obviously I haven't been training. So the structure of this workout is 20 seconds on, 10 seconds off. You repeat that 6 times and then you get a minute to recover a little bit before you move on to the next exercise. I might make a few swaps here and there because I do like to show different movements and how you can kind of do subs and swaps in these workouts if you need to or you want to. Let's do it. You've really got to be on it with the timing for these workouts because it goes quick. Quads are dying. The way I'm breathing right now, you would think I just ran a mile. I can't even catch my breath to say anything. About to start our next set. That was the fastest 60 seconds of my life. Okay, let's do it. High plank, knee to elbow. I try to stay really slow and controlled, so not like rushing it. Oh my God. This is just gonna be like the sounds of me breathing. Try to stack your shoulders over your wrists. Oh my God, see? 10 seconds is already over. That goes so fast. My shoulders. I had to quit that one a little early. My shoulders are dying. Last 2 sets. That is so hard. Gotta lock in. Trying to stay controlled. For this next exercise, it is lunge to knee drive written, but I'm going to do lunges and I'm gonna do lunge jumps. We'll see how long I can keep up with the jumps. But that's just one way that if you are a little bit more advanced, if you're just in the mood, you can make this workout a little bit more challenging. Here we go. I was being a little ambitious with the lunge jumps, okay? We have one final set for this workout. I am dying. Give the stopwatch a quick pause there for a second. We need a little bit of an extra breather. Double leg raises. Get the core going and ready because I have decided I am doing the ab session after this. Here we go. Let's do this. Last set. Here we go. So far, this workout has been humbling, but also much more enjoyable than I thought it would be. Especially the music, like having the right workout playlist does a lot for me. Gonna hit some electrolytes and then we're gonna get into the ab session. I might make a few swaps again, but the structure is gonna be the same. So it'll be 45 seconds on, 15 seconds off, 5 minutes straight, and then I'm done. Then I can take a shower, which will be very much needed. I am sweating so much. I don't know if you can see it through my shirt, but trust me, I'm sweating. With ab workouts, I always forget it is really the simplest things that are the most effective sometimes. Again, I try to keep it slow and controlled for those bicycles. Obviously, I'm taking breaks today. I'm gonna move straight into Russian twists. Oh no, those are tough. That's it. That is all we've got today. And this is my bad side, so. Left arm is not enjoying this. I think I need a little extra support here. That's it today. First workout back. I am happy with that. Those side planks need some work. That's okay. Workout playlist was rocking today, as per usual. Link down below. The word of the day is humbling. That workout was humbling. I was really proud of myself for getting it done, but I'm not gonna act like I felt like I was super fit and I was rocking it, you know? Now that it's over though, I feel great. I feel a lot more energized, honestly, which is kind of counterintuitive, but I am starving at an extreme level right now. So I'm gonna make my post-workout smoothie. This recipe is very much worth a try. You might look at it and think, that kind of looks gross. How would that taste good? Trust me, it does. We still have so much to talk about. I haven't talked at all about my nutrition plan, what I'm doing for like calories and what I'm eating and stuff. We will get to that. I need to make this smoothie. I need to run to the grocery store and pick up a few things that I need for tonight's dinner. I did run out of protein powder literally yesterday. Luckily, they had free overnight shipping. And now, everyone's favorite part, trying to find the scoop in the bag. That could have been a lot worse. I know what you're thinking, but I need you to trust the process. Yesterday, I made this with cookies and cream protein powder, and that was fantastic. There is no way that's gonna be enough liquid, but. And now that we've gotten the base blended really well, I'm going to add some chocolate chips. You wanna make sure you don't have spinach bits in there. You know, that really destroys the vibe. We are gonna find a cute little mint sprig to put on the top. Oh my God, I am gonna chop some chocolate chips to put on top. Is this necessary? No, just fun. And sometimes I do have to treat myself a little bit like a toddler. A few chocolate chips in exchange for a high protein, healthy meal with fruits and greens. Sign me up. You know, this really was just for show. Where did I leave it? Coming to you live from the Trader Joe's parking lot. My goal for this afternoon's shopping trip is to stick to my grocery list, and I need this grocery trip to be under $40 because I have this thing where I can't leave the grocery store without spending $40. I really just need a couple things. Should not be anything crazy in there. We'll see how that goes. I feel like grocery prices these days have gotten so out of control. Anyway, my car is getting very hot. Let's do it. You know, team, that was not my favorite Trader Joe's run. We'll start with the positives. I did keep my total under $40. And now to the cons. The first one was that they didn't have the maple fudge that I was very excited about picking up. The second is that when I was checking out, the guy who was doing the checkout noticed that there was like a dent in the top of one of the eggs I'd gotten. And he goes, "Don't worry about it though. It's not a big deal. As long as it's not going to spill everywhere, just keep this one." And I was like, okay. Normally if an egg is cracked or anything like that, they'll just get you a new one. But he seemed to think it was fine, and I was too awkward to say anything. Usually I'm not awkward in those kinds of situations, but I don't know. Important context, I am a vegetarian and I do not eat meat. My number one enemy is probably chicken. I walk up to get a sample, Thai red curry with vegetables. I'm like, amazing, I love curry. And I look at the allergens list, which is where they put allergens obviously, but also if you have dietary restrictions, normally they'll put it there as well. And all it said was dairy and coconut. And I was like, perfect. So I grab a cup and I'm chewing it and I'm like, there is a weird texture in here. I wonder if they used a vegan chicken substitute or something. So anyway, I finished the rest of the cup and I'm like, man, that is a weird texture. Whatever it is too similar to the real thing. It's kind of freaking me out and I'm not vibing it. But I was like, you know what? My boyfriend would probably like this. I'm gonna get it for him. I look at the container, huge right on the front, Thai red curry with chicken. And I'm like, why would you not put that on the sample label or on the allergens or something? So anyway, that was probably the most chicken that I have had in the past 10 or 12 years. I just ate about 40,000 of these, but it's the perfect time to talk about my healthy nutrition plan to get back on track. I have two main goals. The first is that I'm going back into a fat loss phase and a calorie deficit, which it really kills me to say that. I basically went through a 30-pound weight loss journey a couple of years ago. And at the end of that experience, I was like so hell-bent on maintaining it and making sure that I wasn't getting into this yo-yo dieting cycle where I would regain weight and lose it and gain it and lose it. And guess what I've done over the past year? I've just been in a yo-yo dieting cycle. To say that I'm sick of it would be an understatement. I am embarrassed to be getting on here and talking about another calorie deficit, another fat loss phase, but whatever. It is what it is. I would like to get back to my physique that I was at the start of the summer. Loved the way I looked, the way my clothes fit. I was really confident and comfortable with my physique. Yeah, I was vibing. I don't know what else to say. I'm not too far off, but I have some work to do. I have lots of videos on my channel talking about this in depth if you want to watch me kind of like break down exactly how to calculate it and stuff. But basically I took my maintenance calories, so the amount that I could eat without gaining or losing any weight, and I reduced it by about 15 to 20%. Now 10 to 20% is the kind of perfect range in my opinion for a calorie deficit where it's enough of a decrease in calories that you can actually see results, but it's not so much that it's going to be impossible to stick to or that you're going to lose lots of muscle, because that is something that you want to consider, as maintaining muscle during fat loss is important obviously. So for me, the only way to really get into a calorie deficit, I've tried so many different things, but I personally have to weigh and track my food. I have a love-hate relationship with MyFitnessPal, but she's back in my life right now. I do like to kind of monitor my protein and fiber intake when I'm in a calorie deficit, because otherwise I will be so hungry. I mean, I'm gonna be hungry anyway, but it's much worse if I'm not getting enough fiber and protein. You wouldn't know it by the way I'm acting, but my other goal is to eat more whole foods. I feel like I can eat much more volume when I'm eating fruits and vegetables and whole grains and stuff like that, you know, it's not rocket science. The thing that's making me so sad right now is that I used to love the taste of whole foods. Like I had been eating healthy for so long that I really did crave healthy foods that I would eat, my smoothies and my yogurt bowls and whatever. But over the past couple months, my diet's looked a little different. I've been eating candy, chips, crackers, pastries, ice cream, you know, all kinds of stuff that I wouldn't normally be having. And now I feel like I have to retrain myself to like healthy foods again because my smoothies and yogurt bowls are tasting so bland compared to eating ice cream and cookies, you know? It doesn't hit the same. And here's my hot take, okay? I think that the fall and winter is actually the perfect time to be in a fat loss phase. The reason is like, what the hell else are we gonna do? The weather is nice for the fall, but then it starts to get really cold. I'm not a winter person in general, so I feel like I just become a hermit. I feel like at least this gives me something productive to do. And I know there are the holidays, like there's Thanksgiving and there's Christmas, but really that's a couple day period over several months. So even if I personally go completely buck wild on Thanksgiving and Christmas and I eat myself into an actual coma, if I've been putting in the work and the effort the whole rest of the time, those 2 days are not gonna ruin months worth of a calorie deficit. Anyway, I think it's kind of a vibe. This is gonna be my entertainment for the fall and winter season. So join me if you'd like. I actually would love to have some accountability. Let me know in the comments if you're game, because I feel like health and fitness can be very lonely when there aren't other people in your life also interested in it. I will say the more of us can like jump in on this together and hold each other accountable and, you know, just chat about it. I love the vibe of us doing it all together. Let me know, leave me a comment. If you ever wonder what is on my TikTok, I've heard rumors that the new House of the Dragon season comes out this upcoming summer, 2026. I'm telling you, I cannot wait. I love that show so much. I think I like House of the Dragon better than Game of Thrones, which might be unfair to say after only watching the first couple of seasons, but that's my hot take of the day. I'm honestly pretty hungry right now. This always happens to me when I film. I like get behind on my meals because I spend so much time setting up my camera to film the meals. By this point, I would have usually had a large snack or a second breakfast type deal in the afternoon. I'm probably gonna have dinner in 30 to 45 minutes. To hold myself over, I'm having a snack. They brought out mini Tony's Chocolonely at Costco. I love individually wrapped foods when I'm in a calorie deficit because I cannot be trusted when I get a full bar of chocolate and I'm just gonna break off a small piece. Do you know what? I'm gonna round out my afternoon sweet treat with a little soda. Hold on. Had to go for wild berry. I think it's maybe their best flavor that they make. Orange cream is also fantastic. Watermelon is also fantastic. I don't know. Don't make me choose. No one asked me to choose, but the feeling of this in my hands is like, oh my God, I'm not okay.
It's the same thing as impossible.
It's not. Oh God. I need you to know I'm not looking at it right now. Like I'm actually not
You're
looking
so
at
brave.
it. Thank you. I am so brave. You think that's enough coleslaw? The sun is starting to set so much earlier and I am scared. To say the least. We find ourselves once again at the end of the video and I'm sitting on the couch. That is my after dinner routine. I do the dishes, lay on the couch, and I scroll on my phone, and it's my little treat. I thought we could debrief the day a little bit. For day one, could have been a lot worse. I've really built this up over the past couple months into something that it's just not. Was my workout this morning hard? Yeah. Have I lost basically all of my cardio fitness? Yes. I don't know. I feel like I made it into this really big thing, and the reality of it was just a workout. Got it done, 15, 20 minutes, moved on with my day. That's something I'm going to try and remind myself of in the future, is that I think I do that with a lot of things, whether it's work projects or, I don't know, changes in my life. I build things up to be huge. Sometimes it's just not that deep. Sometimes I think that's the answer. That's the key to just getting shit done. I'm going to continue documenting this journey, how I'm getting back on track, and my honest experience with it, because I don't know, these are just the kind of videos that I would love to see and that would help motivate me and also just make me feel less alone. Like I know how hard it is to restart and feel humbled when you compare yourself now to your past self or to where you want to be and you feel like the gap between where you are and where you want to be is so large. Yeah, it's not a good feeling, but thinking about it is not going to get you any closer. That was my motto for today. That's what I reminded myself of today. Thank you so much for watching. I really hope that you'll come along this journey with me over the next few months. If you enjoyed this video and you'd like to see more from me, make sure to subscribe because I upload new videos every week and I will see you next time. And now I'm going to go have 2 or maybe 3 of those cones from Trader Joe's.